Hello folks, welcome to another Walkie talkie. We haven't talked about Rishi Sunak in a while. Well, there was obviously a sting in the tail as he was leaving. You know, like sometimes people like have a stink bomb before they leave the room and the door shuts over and then suddenly you're dealt with the smell of shit. Well, Rishi Sunak is no exception. What are these? What are those? They are vaping devices. Now, I'll tell you the difference apart from flavour. Right. One of these is rechargeable, right? And he brought out this law banning the sale of these one-use vapes. Right. It's a bit of a contentious one. I know somebody who likes that word contentious, but you know, whatever. But we're talking about vapes here. So, once that runs out of puffs or volts on the battery, it's no longer useful. This one, theoretically, when it comes to a point where the batteries run out, you can put a USB-C connector in and charge it back up. Sounds quite good. So what is the thing that's still disposable? You see this white bit? White. There we go. Hi Hamza, how you doing? I hope Broughty Fairy's doing you well. Not really. But anyway, another tosser. Right. Talking of toss thing, right? How easy is that to come out of a unit? It's not locked in by any means. Apart from what I can see, two silly little magnets, but you know, you can separate magnets quite easily, to be fair, right? So you could be maybe jogging for a bus or something, or you know, maybe in a bit rough situation, you know, being in a rough situation. They think's a good part, and they could actually lose the white bit very very easy. Right. There we go. So the design's absolutely shite. I'm going to say absolutely shite. Thank you, pishy Sunak. You're still smelling of it even up to today. Terrible. But the thing is, like, these can just fucking fall out so easily. Right? And then you would be just literally left with something that looks like that. Completely useless. Hamza useless almost. Right? And if you were going to be buying they're called pods, right? You're talking about a minimalistic set of digits of about a £5. Especially when you left the house with it all complete and then finding it a bit similar to just that. And I can actually understand and empathise the annoyance and the anger, the frustration of it. Then you can see how easy it can pop right out in my hand, and I'm just using my thumb and index finger. Is it going to help anyone? No. Their idea is to kind of reduce the appeal for children. But then again, that'll be helped by mummy not buying them in the first place for a child. And they're going to be changing the graphics on the boxes instead of them looking like, you know, like silver, gold, multicolour, you name it, right? They kind of colours, especially to a kind of immature sense, look very appealing. So within the next couple of months, we're going to have just boxes that look like, you know, like when you're buying Kensington's Club or the Winston Reds and whatever, right? They're going to try and get this put through I don't know how much help it will do. And apparently they're going to hide this vape devices behind flaps like what they do in Sainsbury's. Theoretically it could help, theoretically it may not. We'll just have to see, because the general public are not predictable animals. They can be very unpredictable, impulsive, etc, etc, the list goes on. What do I think of a new design of vapes? Terrible. Now, I've got a thing in the house. You've possibly seen it in my hand. Purple thing, it has 2 tanks of oil. Right? Vaping oil, vape juice, whatever you like to call it. I don't care, really. Right? And one thing I've noticed right away is one of the tanks went down far quicker than the other. And also, I've charged it on one occasion to 100%. And it's sitting in the house lifeless, although I had charge in it. So I don't know if it's some kind of slight malfunction or whatever. I've just been so busy I've not been able to go and connect the cable in to the bottom of it. But the thing is, it is, as I say, it charged absolutely fine on the first occasion, and for it to be lifeless after maybe like a week, and that's not even full pelt usage, it's indicating to me there's a fault. And this device, to gain a fault, it's only been in my possession about 3 weeks. So yeah, you can draw it whatever way you will, but I thought I wanted to cover this because it was on the telly, and the usual MSM way they show important things. They very vastly under talk about it, and they very vastly under describe the pluses and the minuses. So I wanted to show you something what I call in real time example of how it's going with me. And interestingly enough, folks, I'm actually cutting down my vape usage. I used to have 20 shots a day, as in like 2 shots of 10. Then I turned it to 16, that's 4 fours. And only in the last day or two, it's 4 threes. So I have had my second blast of 3, so 2 times 3 is 6. And yeah, my next one will be about 9 PM at night, just 3 again. How do I feel for it? Not too bad, I dare say. I've got to admit, feeling not too bad for it. I actually feel a teeny bit lighter for an odd reason, but anywho, we'll keep you noted with the progress. If you liked the video, share, like, add some comments in. Comments are moderated, but as soon as I see them, they go on. And yeah, share about with your other friends, your family, you name it. And until the next time, me love you long time.